Welcome to Cyber Ahead with AI, the podcast where we talk to CISOs, founders, and innovators who are pushing the boundaries with security and technology. I'm your host, Parth Shah, and today I'm joined by Mangesh Bhamre, founder of Cybird, a company turning enterprise-grade Wi-Fi security into a single cloud-managed box for the world's busiest offices. Cybird's mission is simple: help managed service providers and small to medium businesses get secure, reliable Wi-Fi and cyber protection without the jargon, truck rolls, or unpredictable bells. Mangesh is not only a seasoned security product leader, but also an educator with a recent book and multiple podcast appearances focused on making digital defensible accessible to all. Mangesh, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks, Parth, for hosting me here.
Absolutely. Mangesh, I'd love to learn a little bit more about your journey. You've obviously security, you've done product management, you've written a book, podcast. How did it start? How did you get here?
It's just a curiosity, I would say, to know more things, and there are more possibilities with technology. I have been fascinated about the technology since the start of my early teenager, where I got hands-on to the computer, and that's where like the passion for technology I got into. I saw yeah, lot can be done, and with now new age, always more things can be done, more possibilities can be done, and that's how I kept going, learning new things and trying out new things. Some failed, some succeeded, and here I am. Yeah.
That's amazing. As a professional,
Mhm.
were you initially technical and then you moved into product management and then you eventually became a founder?
That's right. Like, yeah, I have been, just my own background. It's been in almost 20 years into cybersecurity alone.
Wow.
Before that, yes, I was, in 20 years, almost 15 years of that early stage was in engineering, pure engineering. I worked at McAfee for almost 14 years. Out of that,
Wow.
10 years was more around writing antivirus code, firewalls, and content filtering, parental controls, and mobile protections. So many things into cybersecurity in and out, leading the teams, being a manager, software development manager always as well, and then taking care of a lot of partners, which we rolled out to Verizon too. And yeah, I was working with a lot of product managers. I saw them very closely, observed them. Yep, they are doing really some great job building cool features. Plus, yes, bringing a lot of business to the company, and that helped me go into more of a product management role. Again, I knew about the technology, I knew what are the possibilities. It was just like what can be done based on whatever we have in McAfee or in any other product. What can we do? How can we differentiate? And that's where the product management journey started in. So, yeah, I quit McAfee a few years, maybe almost 10 years back. Started my own startup then. It was also in the similar space, and that was all based on some kind of a research, playing around, tinkering with OpenWRT routers in general. And with Cybird, yeah, taking it a lot further in what was done. Being at a network space, everybody connects to the Wi-Fi, and we see that a lot can be done sitting on the router powered by a cloud intelligence. And that's what brought me here to do with Cybird again. A lot of products currently which are more enterprise grade products. Maybe it can be a Cisco Meraki or Fortinet or so many enterprise grade products. They are pretty complex for a smaller business owner, and whereas small business owner wants a simple product, a complete product without a non-technical. Most of them are non-technical. So I found a space where, like, yes, there is clear need for such kind of a product. There is nothing very close to it, and based on my experience at McAfee, at my previous company, also, like, a lot can be done to solve things and bring a more enterprise grade product, security in general for a consumer or a small business owner in general. So that way, but without kind of too much technical know-how that is required, can can we make something more simple, but hide all of the complexity behind the scene? And that's how Cybird was kind of born. And that's where the entrepreneur journey for me.
That's amazing. It sounds like you've gone up the entire stack from being technical to then starting to do product management where you got close to the business, and now you're actually going to market with, I guess, your second startup now. That's a fantastic journey. I love that you brought up Cybird, and Cybird's obviously the startup that you're working on now. And I love your simple Wi-Fi plus security in one box narrative. Because the truth is, when a lot of small to medium sized businesses actually go buy, they buy Wi-Fi before they buy security. And with you, they get it all in one. Because a lot of times with the more complex, the Meraki's, the Fortinets, the Palos, it's more of, hey, we're going to set this up later. But security in today's day and age is important from day one. And so, um, tell us more. I know you obviously saw the niche, you saw this pain point, and then how's the journey been since?
Yeah, I mean, you said it right. A lot of people buy Wi-Fi first and then they think of cybersecurity later on. Even uh, the way they start their journey, I mean, any small business owner that we are currently targeting, we are not targeting anybody more than 50 employees, anywhere between 2 employees to 50 employees. It could be a chartered accountant firm, a legal firm, a cafe, a startup, a digital marketing agency, where there are people in the office. 20 is a kind of a sweet number which we are targeting. And those are, yeah, again, the business owner is trying to solve the business problems. They are focused on that. They want to keep the company running. So that is their whole motto. Whereas and they don't really care about setting up everything. What they do is just get the Wi-Fi from the ISP or telco that they work with, and they start working. They have the Wi-Fi, and there is actually no thought about cybersecurity in any aspect actually. And then when the things grow, that there is a team, and not everybody on the team is all cybersecurity aware. The employees might click a link, download something, use some tools which are online, which are freely available, and then they got possibly see some kind of phishing attack or a malware attack, and then that actually raises the bar the eyebrows like, yes, we need to do something about it. So that is a lot afterwards, and there is a lot of security awareness as one of the important problem that I see. Like not everybody is very much aware. What what is happening now actually is that yes, I mean with AI things have been much more faster in terms of cybersecurity. The attacks that has been more targeted now is more automated as well. And with AI power, it can be very personalized. So now people are getting more aware that, yeah, they do see a lot of SMS which are more targeted on them, or emails which are like, looks very really nice coming from a bank or their trusted company that they work with. And now they see that, yes, you need to be protected. And that's where the companies are starting up. If you see in last couple of years with AI growing that faster, these attack vectors have gone in terms of more than 4,000% growth in last couple of years. So phishing has been a more prominent attack vector of it. So that is one cybersecurity aspects of it. And second aspect is what we are trying to do is to give people a really good Wi-Fi experience. When I say Wi-Fi experience, people generally, a small business owner might use a consumer grade or a home grade Wi-Fi router where everybody is sharing the same password, connecting to the same network. Even the guests are connecting to the same network. And the problem there lies that for the small business owner, there is no accountability. Who is on the network? What are they doing? They don't see any insights out of it, and they can't do anything about it. They don't have any controls over it. So that's the second Wi-Fi problem that we see. And as the number of people grow, the office size grow, again, the simple consumer or a home grade Wi-Fi doesn't scale up very much. So that's the third Wi-Fi problem that we see. And what Cybird we are trying to do is we are trying to get a solution which is, of course, AI powered, uh, a router which have our own agent powered by a entire cloud intelligence. So we ensure that the whatever latest threats are there, they are taken care. There is no router updates needed. It all goes to the cloud in terms of DNS or IP. Again, we don't see the users' data, but we surely see what the users are trying to do online and then try to protect it. So give a best Wi-Fi experience in terms of a WPA to enterprise, we call it as. So each user will log in with their own set of credentials. So the employer exactly knows who is online, who is connected to a guest network. So there is no mixing. Guests are kept separately. Employees are connected using their own credentials. No shared passwords anymore. So exact accountability comes in if somebody does something wrong. We can see that yes, this device was infected, possibly John did something wrong, downloaded something or clicked something, and we should be able to possibly protect and isolate that problem rather than being just I don't know what happened. So we try to give a very clear insights to the employer as well as the employee to see that yes, these are the devices which were impacted and we have taken care of isolating them or protecting before something went wrong actually.
That's fantastic, Mangesh. That's thanks for doing that walkthrough. I think it sounds like, you know, at least for all the small to medium sized businesses out there, you're solving three key problems. One, the cybersecurity problem. Gone are the days of the email from the Nigerian prince. Now, when you get a phishing email, it looks perfect. No more grammatical errors, none of that. Like AI has made it so easy. And so one, cybersecurity from day zero, which is amazing. Two, accountability from day zero. I didn't never thought about it when, the difference between a corporate and a personal network. When you're at home, you don't care. You're not monitoring the network. But when you're at work, just to make sure, even at anyone's home, right? Everyone installed security cameras. Why? Even if we know it's just going to be family visiting, we have it to protect us. And having those
Right.
security cameras from day one, another just huge benefit. And scale ready was a third thing is, it's able to scale. That's pretty fantastic. So you make this initial, a lot of people make this initial decision of, oh, let's just go with whatever Wi-Fi so we can get started. But the truth is, even that first decision, made with a little bit more of a, some modicum, it can actually serve really well to the company and its long-term future.
With the consumer grade things, yeah, there is always a risk to the business. Something a lot can go wrong. Your calls might get buffered because it is not a enterprise grade product, Wi-Fi. Plus, yeah, I mean, accountability is missing, and yeah, all of those aspects. I mean, we do provide some kind of a mesh network. So even if your office is big enough, you automatically ensures that there is a best routers rolled out, a satellite nodes rolled out, so that each and everybody gets a best Wi-Fi experience. So yeah, I mean, there is always a risk to the business with the consumer grade solutions or a home grade solutions. I mean, your trust is at risk, your finance is at risk, and yeah, I mean, a small business owner is trying to ensure that yeah, they keep the trust. If there are a lot of critical data, customers' data, if you are working with an account firm, yeah, there is a lot of customer confidential data, and so almost each and every small business owner, it could be a simple dentist as well. I mean, they are still maintaining a lot of medical data or clinical data about the patients. So and if you see in terms of scale, like 50% of any country's GDP comes from a small business owners. So there are large number of small businesses that actually run the country, and they are left with a consumer grade protection or a zero protection, and that gap is what Cybird is trying to fill in.
That's amazing. It's funny that you brought up the contribution that SMBs make to a country's GDP. I was reading this other article that talks about the third largest GDP in the world is actually cybercrime,
Yeah,
more than the GDP of, um,
correct,
Germany and Japan combined. Now, think
correct.
about that, how big cybercrime is to the fact that SMBs drive 50% of the market. Sounds like you found a really good sweet spot.
Yeah, hopefully, we are starting still. It is still a day one for us, the way Amazon calls it. Yeah, we are always trying to see how we could differentiate, how we could add more layers of protection behind the scenes without troubling the customers, without ensuring there is something disturbing the business. And we wanted the businesses to run smoother in terms of internet, in terms of Wi-Fi, and still take care of all the cybersecurity aspects with the best thing. And the one thing which you brought up was like, yes, the cybercrime, the GDP of the size is pretty huge. Again, just AI is surely has enabled that to happen. And the second thing, if you see, like phishing as a service or ransomware as a service. So somebody has gone ahead and built such services which anybody can just buy now, and they or they can rent it. So that entire things like shift focus is like nobody needs to like write a phishing email also, or build infrastructure, or start how do I promote this malware onto another machine. Somebody needs to just have some kind of a money and intent to go ahead and attack people. So that is enough, and they have the right tools. Pass, I mean, phishing as a service or ransom as a service. They just go ahead and say that yes, I want to target say 100 or 1,000 small business owners in this particular area. Go ahead, and this is the money I pay. So it is they don't need to have any kind of a technical skills. Just the intent and the money factor is enough for them to do the bad things without and these services are kind of extensively used. There could be a lot of people who might be interested in uh, becoming rich in terms of ransomware, uh, trying to say let me buy a service for say $1,000 or even whatever, and it could give them a returns of $1 million also. So that is very lucrative, and yeah, people might be going for that, and as a result, the small business owners or even homes
Hmm.
could see a lot of attacks moving forward because of such services which are available to people.
That's amazing. Sounds like, it's a big problem, and sounds like you're bringing the right solution to the market. You recently partnered with Telexel in India, DYT in Canada. Clearly, you have a global strategy. What did those partners see in Cybird that, made them want to take you to market?
Great question. Yeah, I mean, firstly, yeah, I mean, we build the relationship with the right people. We build a trust. We demoed the product to large number of users, large number of people who are fairly technical. They have been working into Wi-Fi or firewall business for the last 10, 20, or even 30 years. Telexel, a great set of people. They have been in business for 25 years, and they have their own set of resellers, and they have been selling these Wi-Fi products. And when we showcased, they were really happy that yes, we would like to combine as a partner. Let's see what we could do. And Telexel brings in a pretty great partnership, and they are focused on getting the right set of routers. They have their own resellers that they partner with. And whereas we are focused on building a best world-class cybersecurity product for small businesses. So the partnership really makes sense for us there. And as a Cybird, we will continue to build the right world-class product, whereas the distribution model kind of is taken care by Alexa. So that is the best. Of course, they were convinced with the product. They took us in front of large number of small businesses, a large number of system integrators in India. I mean, there was a lot of road shows earlier this year. We carry forwarded, and then we sold the idea, we sold the concept. We surely got a lot of feedback from them, and we quickly iterated to fix those gaps, implement those functionality, and that's where the partnership holds really good for us, continue to be stronger enough, and that's where we are going ahead stronger in India. And now that I'm already in Canada, I'm trying to see what local MSPs, managed service providers, are here, trying to connect with them, showcase them. And a lot of these MSPs are too technical. They have been again working on the firewalls, antivirus, security products for decades now, and they understand it. And when we show a very simple product that works out of the box, that's where they kind of clicks for them. And
That,
and I mean, for them, like if they possibly take a enterprise grade product, a lot of effort goes into deployment, managing, configuring, and taking care of it after that also. And whereas with Cyber, they just take the box, create an account on the website, map this router to that account, and boom. Then you don't need to. You can just ship these boxes to the customer places where they plug into the ISP network. No further setup, nothing. And all these routers can be managed remotely. So those aspects of simplicity, remote management is what a lot of MSPs and system integrator likes. So that's where like a lot of people do come to us like we can now serve a large number of businesses. It helps us gain a good number of revenue, and we don't need to spend a huge amount of time on your product. And that's the beauty of it. So that way, yeah, I mean, it is a win-win for a small business owner where they get a real good, simple, cost-effective product. Basically, I mean, any product you take takes it could be it could go in thousands of dollars in North America, or even in India, it could go in lakhs of rupees. Whereas with this, it is much more affordable for any small business owner. So the affordability, simplicity aspects, and the completeness aspects, all of those three kind of combined together excites any MSP or partners that we work with.
That's phenomenal. That's
Yeah,
amazing, having a beautiful product. And I was going to ask you what the typical
sure.
deployment story is because I know from experience it's not easy. But the
Yeah,
fact of the matter is, I guess within 90 seconds of plugging in Cybird, they're ready to go.
correct.
That is
Yes,
value, right? The time to value, that's unheard of. And I can
exactly.
believe why everyone has that aha moment being like, whoa, it's that simple.
Correct.
Great, great,
Yes,
amazing stuff, Mangesh.
correct. Yeah, I mean, you just create an account, plug in the router, do a quick one, give the email address and the PIN, and you are ready to go. You can start connecting your employees, and yeah, I mean, we have taken care that the onboarding process is pretty sleek. So a small business owner who is less technical can also do it. And even in MSP case, I mean, they don't need a expert IT person, a junior level IT person can still go ahead and set it up without any issues. Kind of a very, it could be just a 10-20 minutes of training for any IT person to deploy it in multiple cases, manage it, and that's it. And the product takes care of it behind the scene.
Well, I love the laser
Yeah,
focus on user
sure.
experience. It's almost as if you guys are like the iPhones of modern routers and Wi-Fi.
Correct, correct.
So, which verticals are you seeing the fastest traction through your, I guess, channel partners, or you're also going direct to SMBs, I'm guessing?
No, we don't go directly. I mean, Cybird is not a big brand. People may know McAfee, Kaspersky, and all other cybersecurity vendors. Cybird is not known. Still not at this year. We do go through system integrators, resellers, and here in North America is more MSP partners. I mean, we work with them. We understand, tell them that this is how the product works, and they work closely with the small businesses on so I mean, they could get a good margins on top of it, and that's how we promote the product. We
Got
are
it.
not direct, yes. But in terms of verticals, again, it is, as I said, it is all small business owners that this product is kind of addressing the problems. Yeah, and when I say small business, again, it could be a dentist office, a cafe, it could be a account firm, a law firm. Account firms are pretty excited for us. They understand the value because they see a lot of critical customer data in hand. And with say 5 or 10 employees, and with so much email communication, so much
Hmm.
WhatsApp and social communication going on, they clearly see the gap that yes, I mean that trust can be broken, customers' data could be leaked out, and that could cause problems for their business. So they want to have a real good layer to start with, and then add more layers beyond that. Yeah, account firms are like, yes, we let's go ahead and deploy it right away.
That's amazing. Yeah, I saw a couple
Yeah,
screenshots on your website, and it looks like, whether it's WhatsApp, you guys are able to quickly identify across social, across from the desktop, which makes
correct,
it easy for a business to be able to better protect itself. So, since you
correct.
brought up these like account firms,
Mhm.
any compliance features that come out of the box for these regulated SMBs that may be under HIPAA or PCI, for example?
Yeah, I mean, again, good questions. We are not 100% there as of now. Again, a lot of things are in the immediate roadmap that we are working in. But we ensure like we are I mean coming from a security background, coming from a privacy background, users data is really critical. So first we ensure like in terms of compliance, which is like a very broad level things, we capture only the information what is required for us to provide the best level of security. So we don't really want to capture each and every unwanted things and then maintain it. So collecting what data we want to see, That is very important. Secondly, then how long we are maintaining that data, how we are cleaning up that data, how we are doing aggregation rather than maintaining each and every kind of a piece of data. So that is the second piece of thing which ensures we are not maintaining users data, customers data forever. It is maximum is 15 kind of days. We ensure that yes, we for historical reasons we at least need to maintain 15 days of data. And beyond that, yeah, it always goes quickly behind the scene and gets deleted. Even, yeah, we don't maintain it on our side in any way. So that's a kind of a promise to start with in the compliance part. We are trying to do it. And again, of course, whatever data at rest is taken care in encrypted fashions. Yeah, all those things are taken care. Yes. In terms of again, in terms of India, we wanted to do like all our data, all our things, infrastructure is rolled out in AWS India. So the data still resides in India. So any compliance things comes up from the India small businesses sectors, like the whatever data or whatever security products you are using, or any product that you are using should maintain the data locally in India. So all that is kind of taken care. We have multiple infrastructures, one in India and one in North America regions, ensure that the data is taken care in the respective countries. But yeah, more compliance things are in pipeline, kind of immediate pipeline for us to implement.
That's amazing. It sounds
Yeah.
like you're thinking about a lot of the key pieces. You're also already have a global strategy in place that you can start to rinse and repeat as you grow, which is amazing. And let's be honest, deployments, before tools and solutions like Cybird, deployments have been messy in general. They're not easy. And so, how does your zero touch cloud manage approach reduce the headaches for your MSPs and I guess their clients?
Yeah, great question. So, as such, MSPs or small business owners, they don't need to worry about anything deploying on the cloud or anything. So, any MSPs, they just deal with the Wi-Fi router that we give it to them. So, I mean, yeah, we just a sample here. It's like this is some kind of a box, a pretty good high-end box that we give it to the MSPs, and that is what they need to roll out to their customers. And the customers have to create an account and set it up. So, as such, from the zero touch deployment, it is more for the MSP that they take this router, create the account, and map this router to the account. That's it. Beyond that, there is nothing much to manage. A lot of rules, a lot of policies are already implemented by default. So the default standard is like we have raised the bar enough that uh, they don't need to create or tune anything. So they once they deploy these routers, it all works behind the scene. You for any small business owner, they get to see three different SSIDs. One is for the guest that all the guests could connect to. One is for all the employees that they can quickly start connecting to. And the third one is for any IoT devices, the smart TV or printer, which can't be connected using username and password. They can connect to those. So those all are ready out of the box. Even the firewall rules, policies, security on, privacy is on. All those policies are on by default. So as such, there is that's what we call it as zero touch. They get the router, uh, plug in the ISP network and map this router to your account, and you should be able to start connecting all the devices immediately. So that is more of a zero touch that technology that we call it as. And in terms of our own deployments taken care on the cloud, yes, I mean it is our engineering team and we do that all behind the scene. I mean, yeah, it is not surely zero touch. When we ensure that we maintain our clouds, we can expand and scale the cloud based on the load that we see, and it is all in our control. But from MSP point or end users point, they don't have to worry about anything that they need to deploy, configure, maintain, keep up to date. Yeah, all that is done behind the scene by us, and they just enjoy the smooth, secure Wi-Fi.
That's amazing. And then,
Yeah.
one of the questions, with a lot of small to medium sized businesses also having staff that are remote, how do you do that secure access for remote employees?
Yeah, great question again. I mean, there are two ways or two, three ways that we address it. One is that, if you have offices in two different locations, okay, again, but they are the same company, it might be two locations on in the same building or a different building or a different city altogether. So if once you have the account in Cybird, you can onboard up to five routers or five nodes to the same thing. So if the office is bigger enough, we suggest that you take three pack of three to roll it out, and that can be gone into one office. And the second two more, if you have another office, you can put it in the another. So even if there is a remote location or an office is in a remote location, two different locations, we could adjust based on rolling two routers or three routers in different locations. So that is one way to look at it. The second way is that even if there are employees, this can be also installed at the employee's location. The router just cost, say, around $100. So even if it doesn't really add a lot of cost, if the employee is always going to work from home, the owner can say, okay, take this router, put it up, always connect to this. You are going to get a best Wi-Fi experience and security on top of it. You are not going to bring a risk just because you are working from home. So that is the second easiest way to look at it. And third is like even though sometimes you go out of the office, we all do connect go places. We may connect to the office network using the airport Wi-Fi. You are not going to get a cyber router there. In that case, we call it as a out of office protection. So given a simple link that can be configured in your Android browser or a Chrome browser or Android OS and Chrome browser or even iPhone and iOS. So just a simple link or a profile that you set it up on your phone or a laptop or a tablet, whatever it is. And then no matter which network you are connected to, you start getting the same level of policy, same level of security that you get in the office. So that's what we do. We call it as out of office protection. So even the employees remote, they can still configure a simple lightweight agent. It is not even an agent. It is just a simple. We leverage if you know DNS over HTTPS or DNS over TLS. Those are kind of a DNS standards, and we just ask users, yeah, this is a DNS over HTTPS link. Put it into your browser, whichever is your favorite browser. All popular browsers are supported, even if Atlas or even the Comet browsers, we do support that. Put this link, and no matter which network you are connected, you are always being secured. So you are any phishing email you get, you click on a link, you are still going to be protected. So that's what we call it as a out of office or for a remote employee also. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. So, physical locations, the browser that you use within your devices, essentially, you're making sure people are protected, whether they're in the office or they're on the go.
Exactly.
Amazing. Very cool. I guess after your beachheads in India and Canada, what geographies are next for you?
Yeah, the world is open surely, but yeah, we want to surely focus first on these two geographies, grow stronger in this, be leader in this space first. There is, we are, as I said, it is still day one for us. We need to get hold of the market, be strong in this market first before we start thinking about anything else. Yeah, these are pretty big markets in first place, and yeah, a lot of small businesses to address.
And what are you doing to, I guess, you know, to stand out with all of this noise in the market?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, competition is going to catch up at some point of time, or some new products are going to develop. Yes, being in cybersecurity for 20 years, I have seen some kind of a patterns like how things are growing, what things could go wrong. We are always on a research or a innovation front where how can we go deeper, how can we add more layers, how innovative we can be. So all those aspects of innovation is always pressed. Yeah, being into this space, I go deeper. I take my time out to see that what innovations we can bring forward, maybe in 2 months of time the line, or 6 months, or even a year. What could be that is one aspect of it, or it could be totally even partnering with somebody to see how we can add a bundled value to a small business owner. Those things can also stand out. That yeah, this bundle makes sense together. And yes, of course, the third core thing that Cybird is always is about simplicity. If you, if maybe the same word you would have heard quite number of times in this meeting itself. Yeah, I mean, simplicity is one core pillar for us where because our product is going to small business owner, it has to be simple and straightforward, and we want to hide everything behind the scene. So complexity is in our hands, and we want to keep it, and we want to ensure. So anything that we do. So yeah, I mean, even any bigger company, enterprise company, they try to come in, try to beat us. I mean, they are trying to bring their own complexity to it, and that is not easy for them to kind of quickly boil down their product and make it simple. So that's where we are trying to keep things simple for the end users. That is still a strong differentiating factor that we call it as for us. That's where people are kind of quickly accepting us and taking it forward. And that we want to continue that even though behind the scene we might add a lot of complex technology, but on the face we want to show that yes, it is simple for you. You don't need to worry about it because it is still a consumer grade mentality and like simple app. People can operate an app, but they can't really maintain a gateway device or something. So simplicity will always be our core differentiating factor moving forward also. Clubbed, of course, clubbed with the innovation that we continue to do.
That's amazing. I love that focus that you have on, working backwards from the customer's experience. And I think the fact that the setup is simple, the experience is simple for both the clients and the MSPs. Uh, I think you've taken you clearly made a lot of learnings in your journey from your background of being technical to working with network adjacent things to cybersecurity, and you seem to even the practice of product management, you seem to have combined it all into this vision of
Correct.
yours, which looks very rosy.
It looks rosy. I mean, it is hard to walk the path, but yeah, I mean, yeah, you see, yeah, it is always a tough path. Again, people don't recognize cyber to start with. We have to show the product, build a trust, and that's where people start to engage. Yes, yeah, it looks interesting. Let's have a dialogue. So that's how we keep adding more MSPs, more partners behind the scene.
Has
Yeah,
it been easy or hard to like go out and find these partners, or has it been pretty easy? Like, I know you've been working at it a while, you've been building the brand, so it's probably easier now. But what was that like?
it is still not that. I mean, because as I said, Cybird is still not known to a lot of people.
Day one.
Yeah, it is always a day one. Yeah, we have to keep cool. We have to showcase that we bring a rich set of experience behind the scene. It is not a product that is built today. It has been built for last 20 years, I would say. But it's in the market for last 2 years. People are actively using it. We demonstrate the social proof to the end users. Yeah, they can always connect to our other partners and see that is that Cybird is solving the problems or not. And then, yes, once people see this working, we do give them some kind of a trial products to try it out, see the product working for a few 1 or 2 months at times also. So once they see that yeah, it is all working, zero tickets, it is solving the bigger problems, and then people start saying yes, there is a value. Let's go ahead and start deploying to more small businesses. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take a day or two, but it takes weeks or even months to kind of start
Like
onboarding a
per
partner and
channel, per
yeah,
channel,
for a channel.
basically. So like a couple weeks to month sales cycle, which makes sense. That's pretty fast to actually onboard a channel. I'll give you that much. Sometimes it takes quarters.
Yeah, I mean, working with my previous companies, I mean, partners like telcos, yeah, I mean, those cycles were 1 year to 2 years or yeah, even longer. Whereas this is still with the MSP, they are working with a smaller businesses, not a bigger businesses. Yeah, I mean, a lot of small businesses, a lot of MSPs are still comfortable with the existing set of products. So it is more shifting their mindset like, yeah, these products are comfortable, but try this product. That switching cost is for them, it takes some time. And once people are comfortable with, say, I don't know, a competitor product, yeah, they possibly want to continue to stick to it. And for even though we have a really good product, great service, a promising product, simple, affordable. Yeah, I mean, there is a switching cost that it takes time. And that's still manageable for us in terms of weeks or months. It is still not years. And once the people are convinced, yes, they start rolling it out.
Well, I guess that takes me to really like towards the, you know, tail end of this.
Mhm.
Clearly, it's hard to shift mindsets. And, that's literally what anyone that's, going after the red ocean, a market that has players, but with a brand new way, a next gen way of doing it. This reminds me a little bit about the Palo Alto Network's playbook and kind of, you've obviously like, been on a mission to educate, right? You book, podcasts, you talk about practical cyber hygiene. Why is teaching so central to your approach?
Teaching, yeah, I mean, I wrote a book. A lot of being in cybersecurity, your friends, your brothers, cousins, and they always reach out to you that, yes, is this right? Is this fake? Should I trust it? And all those things. And yeah, I mean, the same things been told to a lot of people having few hygiene things about passwords or updating and all those things. And then, yeah, again, some people want easy, quick answers. They don't want to read a book also. But then, yeah, and so writing a technical book or in terms of educating users, like book was one good way. It is still a story format way, short stories, like Alice and Professor. They communicate about talk about passwords or sharing something on the social and everything. And that, I mean, that book still covers a lot of aspects. So anybody who is still coming back to me, like, what should I do? I'm worried about my daughter's privacy. They are using the internet, phones are there. And yeah, I mean, I said, okay, go ahead and read these books. A lot of social and cybersecurity hygiene is kind of taken care. Once they understand about their own data, what they are kind of sharing it, how that could be repurposed by somebody unknown person against them. That's where they get to know that yes, what should they share, how much oversharing or undersharing that should they should be doing. Again, that is one aspects of it. Again, a passwords manager and all those aspects. People need to be aware now. Everything we do is all over internet, all over technology, all over the phones, and there is no going back after this. I mean, working from home is one aspect, but your phone itself is a pretty powerful, all data kind of concentrated in one single piece of unit, and you need to kind of protect it in the way what access you give, what permissions you give to the apps and everything. So people needs to be aware about it. A lot of people are getting educated because of the frauds and cases that they hear from us or somebody else. But yes, I mean, education is still one piece of it, trying to be vigilant, trying to be understanding what is really happening, what could go wrong, or what tools should I use to ensure like I'm taking care of the basic things. And beyond that, we still, I mean, that is just the awareness that could go to take you to the maybe step 2 or 3. But now with AI things coming out, what we clearly see in terms of Cybird that or any even Palo Alto or whatever products now they are. When AI is going to fight against the AI. So the AI from the bad guys has to be fought by AI from the good cybersecurity vendors so that you are protected. And if you don't have this important piece from the cybersecurity, you are sure bound to fail in terms of understanding what is going on, what is going behind the scene, and you don't have that technology understanding to protect yourself much further than a certain point in your understanding. So moving forward, it is always going to be AI fighting against the AI, and
Mm-hmm.
the education part also covered like we should be or any small business owner or even homes should be using some kind of a AI powered cybersecurity product to protect a lot of aspects. I mean, we can go much deeper, we can understand much more behavior patterns rather than you taking care of it. So that small business owners or even the home owners can take care of their business, focus on that rather than worrying about the cybersecurity. So awareness is one thing which will take you to a couple of steps ahead, but it is not going to take everything away. So, I mean, if you just rely on the awareness and vigilance, that is not going to solve the cybersecurity problem for you in the long run. You need to have some kind of a solid, multi-layered AI-powered security in place. Again, it could be enterprise in case of enterprises, or for a small business owner, they should go for Cybird, I would say. We are always constantly evolving to make this product great.
That's amazing. I guess if you could show your playbook for the other founders out there, or for, managed service providers that are interested, what's the one move that made the biggest difference for Cybird's channel growth?
I would say your own network and the trust from that network does help a strong things. I mean, you could build a great product, but if there is no distribution channel, a real good distribution go to market through your existing set of network, that's going to be a problem. So you need to build a network. You need to have a stronger network. Again, friends, colleagues, whatever network, and try to attend the conferences, try to connect with people, try to build a trust. I would say that will go long term rather than just relying on, say, ads or trying to promote your product in some kind of a different channels which are like quick and easy, trying to reach out the people. That might not convert as much as the people who know you or possibly who know you from some way. That I would say the trust factor is a much better playbook, I would say, to work with.
That's fantastic advice. And last question for you. So I guess if you had a magic wand, right, and you could fix one thing for Cybird, what would it be?
Yeah, distribution and distribution. Yeah.
Distribution,
Yeah, I mean,
distribution.
good.
Go to
Yeah,
market, go to market, go to market.
go to market. Good. Yes. I know. Yeah, I mean, you have been working on that, so you know the pain points possibly more than me. Yes.
No,
For
not
any.
more. We've all had our own journeys.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
uh,
building the great product is one thing. Uh, Getting into the hands of right people that they will promote, they will take it forward is much important thing to take it forward. I mean, you see, yeah, I mean, Microsoft, Google, and all those things, they have a very strong distribution channel that they can build. I mean, somebody could build a similar kind of a product with now AI and less resources, but I mean, it can't be going out to so many people because they don't have that distribution model. So having a cool product is one thing, but a better distribution. So answering your question in one thing is distribution or go to market
Love that.
is a critical piece.
Indeed. Wishing Cybird nothing but the best. Mangesh, thanks for joining
Thanks a lot.
us. If anyone wants to learn more about Cybird, where can they go? Or if they want to learn more about your partner program?
Yeah, they should go to www.cybird.net. That's it. Yeah, or yeah, I mean, you should be able to reach out to info@cybird.net. That does connect to me as well. So I do look at it.
Simple. I know
Yeah,
simplicity is at the heart of everything that you do. Mangesh, this has been an
right.
absolute pleasure. Thank you for
Yeah,
taking the time. And to our guests, thanks for tuning in to another episode with Cyber Ahead with AI.